Il Carro, which to me, knowing Spanish, the car, but it's actually the chariot. But she's riding a
I can't stop telling lies to me, myself, and I. No matter how I try to medicate or meditate, the truth will always die.
I can't help but wanting to make things personalized to me. I spend many of my waking hours thinking about how I can make things better suited for my creativity to flourish, whether it's the way things are organized or the color of the equipment I buy. No choice is too petty or too small when it comes to feeding my creative drive. Adam,
Yes, sir.
let me see what you got.
I got the Manara Erotic Tarot. It is from an Italian artist named Manara. He does all erotic art. I'm actually just opening it now for the first time, so let's take a look at what we're working with.
Okay.
Inspo. Oh, that's the back. My bad. Okay.
Wow. I'll have to blur that one.
Oh
Oh
boy.
my god.
Okay.
Okay, whole section just blurred. That's fine. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, here's one you can show. I don't know what makes that erotic. I hope someone in the comments can let me know.
It was at this point that we really needed to look at the cards and decide what customizations were going to suit them best. There are a lot of options, like trimming the edges, painting, and gilding. I don't want anyone to be upset though that we are tearing and painting and manipulating these cards, most of which have incredibly beautiful artwork. I was introduced to this whole idea by a couple of videos that Adam had sent me ages ago. Ever since I saw them, I knew I needed to personalize the cards I own. I think tarot is a fun exercise in reflection. For me, it works on the same principle as flipping a coin to make a decision. It's likely I already know what decision I want to make before that coin hits my palm. With tarot, if I have something I am pondering or concerned about, letting the illustrations guide me to the answers that are already there is fun for me. Many people use tarot in many ways. This just happens to suit me. It also so happens to work for Adam, although, as we have seen, his cards are interesting to say the least.
Oh boy. Oh, this one's rough. The Lovers.
He also struggled with how much information to leave on the cards, as he initially wanted them to function as a traditional tarot deck would.
That this is the Two of Fire, right? So if I cut that top bit off, all it just says is fire down here, and I'm supposed to figure out that that means 2, that that's 3, that that's 4.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. He eventually came to a pretty cool look.
Are one like just not erotic? It's just the tower.
I had 3 decks to work with. However, I still haven't done anything with the newest one I got. As far as the other 2, I decided they both needed to be cut down. I didn't enjoy the borders as they stood on either deck. Beyond that, I knew I wanted to experiment with some mediums I haven't tried before. Gold leaf didn't work for me. It's cool, but it's not for this application. And before you come for me and tell me that there's gilding foil meant for this kind of stuff, I know. But I'm impatient, and it was going to take too long to get here. So we ran out of primer. Oh, thank you. We ran out of primer, but luckily the hobby shop is pretty close. So we're going to go get some more primer because, well, you'll see. What you got there? Oh.
Nothing.
I settled on matte black to edge and repaint the backs of the AE Weight deck. It has a super high gloss hollow finish on the front, and I just love the contrast between the hollow and the matte black. This deck, honestly, is my favorite at the moment. I think it's super cool, and I love to look at it. With the Radiant Rider Weight deck, that's a mouthful to say, I trimmed the cards down and eventually gilded the sides using my airbrush and called it good there. Like I said earlier, the gold leaf did not work. The airbrush was so easy and such a charm, and I love my airbrush, and I don't know why I just didn't use it from the beginning. But you know, we make things complicated for ourselves. As for that deck, I already loved the back, and the fronts are so iconic that I didn't need the names of the cards to identify them during a reading. For those of you who may be thinking this is fun and all, but how does this apply to me? I say yes, I thought of you. I made a table for your favorite fantasy TTRPG that corresponds with the major arcana cards of the deck. You can use this chart and your cards as a tool for your game. This may sound familiar, i.e. deck of many things, which is great, and I love it, but again, gotta make things that serve me. This item, which I have been referring to in my head as the Traveler's deck, is not for the faint of heart. There is big risk, big reward, and in between. Unlike the deck of many things, a player can pull as few or as many cards as they want multiple times. They simply must declare how many cards they pull each time. I hope this inspires you to make the best of what you have, and if something isn't serving you the way it should, to do your best to change that or make something completely new of it. Since working on these cards, both Adam and I have had a great time using them for ourselves and other people as well. It's given me an opportunity to get outside of my comfort zone and have really meaningful conversations with people who I may have been too anxious to before. I'm steadily working on Wand Club Part 2, which is going to focus on the lore of different types of wands, and I have been very busy churning out special wands for you all. So, until then, have a good time and keep your head up. I'm proud of you.
Cards will be useless as tarot cards.
I know this is such an excellent angle of camera workage. Like, you're probably so impressed with my cinematography skills. I actually couldn't remember the word cinematography. That was part of that. Can I see one of
What's that one?
Incredible! Oh boy. Seriously incredible.